huge welcome for Jess Meredith of the Youth Climate Strike.
Donald Trump did not gain the popular vote in America, and he is not the man of the people that he claims to be. We need to be aware that he does not represent the people, just like Boris Johnson does not represent the people of London. Even though they both went to the same clinic to get their hair done. On a more serious note, Trump isn't the joke that he's always portrayed as. He has enabled the far right through his policies and legitimised the far right and made them acceptable in America and in the UK. His harmful policies and decisions of the administration include banning trans people from the military and allowing people to cite religious freedom in defence of LGBTQ+ discrimination, as well as the bigotry, sexism and racism we know him for. As we know, Donald Trump is a climate denier. He is on record saying that climate change is a hoax invented by the Chinese to target US manufacturing. This is not the attitude we can afford to have. The Earth needs our protection, and he is the epitome of what we should not be doing. He has pulled America out of the Paris Climate Agreement. He has appointed within his administration open climate deniers. The American Energy Department have also seemingly rebranded emissions as molecules of freedom. I think a more appropriate title is molecules of destruction. This seemingly patriotic rebrand has implications that these aren't a bad thing, when we know, and climatologists know, that these gases will eventually cause mass destruction if they continue to be released at the rate they are. Climate change is already happening. We have climate refugees. We need to stop this from getting any worse. Lots of American students are engaged in the climate strikes. They have a momentous challenge ahead of them. The UK government should pave the way in protecting the climate and to stop us reaching the critical 2-degree warming from which we cannot return. And if we must have a special relationship with the US, let it be used for good. Let our future policies of action influence theirs. We need to use Trump as a rallying point for cooperation across groups and campaigns. We need unity between campaigns because ultimately we are all working for a better, more loving world. Anger is often the emotion people rise to in these situations. Let's focus on kindness and the support of everyone here for each other. He is harmful to everyone and his policies are damaging. We need to use him in a way that is helpful and as a way to encourage people to come together, instead of letting him and politicians like him divide us. In an already divided world that is only becoming more and more polarised, let's focus on unity. Let's use him to show that when we come together for a cause, we are united and are not as divided as it always seems.
I think it's really important that we've had a couple of speakers on climate change. It is extremely important. It's fantastic that we've had a youth speaker, because if we don't do something about the climate now, it won't be there for the youth in the future. There's another little